What are the values of the Confederate that are not racist? Have you asked him to clarify what exactly are their beliefs, but not the racist ones? Seriously, I'm curious. It was mostly about slavery, but they also wanted to maintain the system where a small number of educated landowners held all the power. Most didn't like the idea of poor white people voting any more than allowing blacks to vote. That was the primary reason why prior to the 17th Amendment in 1913, senators were appointed by the state legislatures, not the voters. His argument is that he agrees with their beliefs, but not the racist ones. Shouldn't he be able to tell you these beliefs if he's willing to fly their flag? Why the hell are you asking Reddit when you've got a flag-waving believer right there to break it down? I've met non-racist people who fly the Confederate flag before. For them, as they explained it, it was about having a rebellious type of spirit. They didn't even believe in state rights as seen in the Fugitive Slave Acts. What does he think those other beliefs are? I bet he can't articulate them. States' rights to do what? U2.bzb2ftcl2vkci equals xfj8dx7jvp51f. A lot of people will say it was about states' rights, and it was specifically the right to buy and sell human beings for the purpose of forced labor. Is your brother a racist or an idiot? I can't say for sure as I don't know him, but in the best scenario, he's an idiot for listening to the mental gymnastics done by smooth-talking Confederate apologists. The industrial North wanted to use tariffs to protect their industry from foreign competition. The South was opposed to tariffs because they had an export-based economy, especially cotton, and didn't want retaliatory tariffs imposed on their agricultural exports. That's one that comes to mind. My vote is for idiot. The Confederacy lasted only 4 years. Make him tell you what parts he feels are important. Nothing. It was literally a movement to keep slavery. That was genuinely the whole point. Is he racist or an idiot? Yes. So I'm guessing he means a spirit of skepticism of central authority, pro-states' rights, maybe some Southern pride in there if he's Southern. The not racist ones are incidental at best. It's about the racism and slavery. I am not an expert, but after the war my understanding is that the Daughters of the Confederacy or some such nonsense retconned the reasons for the war. What originally started as a slavery issue was retconned into what they call states' rights, kind of whitewashing the whole slavery thing out of the reasoning for the war. He may mistakenly think that is the reason the war started. Sometimes you run into confusion about whether you're talking about the Confederate government or the Confederate soldiers. The government existed to preserve slavery. The soldiers each had their own values and their own reasons for fighting. To a soldier, the war could be as simple as my home is being invaded and as a man, I must defend it. The burden of proof lies on the party making the claim. So if he is claiming to believe in the values of the Confederacy, but not the racist ones, it is his responsibility to prove that claim, not yours to disprove it. He's putting the onus on you to make his argument for him because he knows he can't defend it. If they actually had those beliefs, he'd be able to list them. We can point to the Articles of Secession for every single state, their constitution and what they changed from the Unions, the cornerstone speech by the Vice President of the Confederacy, and so on and so forth. Everything points to one thing and one thing only: they wanted slavery. Most of those who died for the South were simply pawns for the wealthy plantation owners who utilized slavery. Your average Joe didn't own land or slaves. They were being invaded and fought to defend their homeland in their minds. I don't agree, but I could understand how that could be romanticized, even though being ignorant to the cause you are fighting for isn't exactly a good excuse.